stem cells.
I know with adult MS, women are twice as likely to present with MS as men. Yeah. Is that the same in pediatric MS?
So we do see a sex difference between the males and females, but this only comes after puberty. Prior to puberty, the incidence between males and females is identical on a 1-to-1, and it starts getting up to 2 to 2.5 as you get older and get more, presumably hormones and things, changes happen, and that's when we see the sex ratio change.
Okay. Are you more likely to develop secondary progressive MS if you are diagnosed as a child, or is the risk exactly the same as if you were diagnosed as an adult?
So as far as I'm aware, the risk of developing secondary MS is the same as if you're an adult, and that the difference would be that the inflammatory aspect of multiple sclerosis is longer, so that you will have sort of on average 30 years before you develop your progressive phase, okay, as opposed to maybe 20 years before you develop your progressive phase. And we think that's due to the plasticity of the brain and the ability of a younger person to remyelinate more effectively.
Okay. So the progression is similar, and as you get older, as you age into adulthood, do your relapses slow down, or do they stay at the same rate as when you were a child?
So, well, it's, for me, I think in clinical practice it's hard to see, to be sure, because most of those young people are on treatment. So we are now working towards having no clinical relapses, and ideally on MRI no evidence of disease activity, this NEDA, which is really to try and make sure that the inflammatory aspect of the condition is completely under control. And obviously we would hope to see that even in children and young people who are difficult to maintain immunosuppression, ideally at a right, so even in young people who may not come under control on their first treatments, we would like to be able to keep them relapses down to a minimum, and therefore we would escalate treatment on anybody who's having frequent relapses.
Okay.